Oh no. Think I should go live? I'm about to go live. I know I'm live, man. You think I wouldn't intentionally color my beard on camera? You don't think I would do that? Of course I would do that. Look at that little gray spot right there. Look at look at it. Right? I see it. It's right by my bald. It's right by my balding spot there. Man, I thought this would be easier in the camera, but it's not. Oh, goodbye, gray. Yeah, just for men. Wow, that looks really nice right there. No, it doesn't. Okay, that was a dumb idea. So, what's up, everybody? Let's see who we got here. Day and night. Tony Sweets in the live stream tonight, including Jeff Ross and constitutional freedom fighter. And Lou Skunt is in the house tonight. And John Danicola likes to sleep at night too, just like most people who don't sleep during the day. Yeah, yeah. Day and night. Yeah. Dub Wubs is in the house, so you say. Claudette and Alan Danicola yet again. I'm not reading your comments, just your names, like Fitzcam and Gil Kennedy and John again. Brandon Mitchell. Day and night. Yeah, yeah. I like the lonely stoner likes to squeal with cup. All right, enough. Enough. You know, grow up. So, what's up, guys, gentlemen, ladies, everybody? Welcome to John Felix, the channel, the man, the everything. Good afternoon from United Arms Organization. We are a 2A group of old school bikers who stand and keep our arms upheld. Good, brother. Why don't you come to Audipalooza and you can give a speech? Charlie Cruz, what's up, man? Day and night. The lonely stoner likes to get high at night. So you say so many boot suckers on Cape Coral. Yeah, my buddy lives in Cape Coral. And yeah, Brandon Mitchell, thank you for putting that. Listen, guys, you see that right there? That's my RUMBLE channel. Tonight, OG Patriot and I will be doing a live stream. I got this crazy email this guy sends me. Like, this guy wants me to speak to him on the phone. And I get one of these about every 6 months. And I said, listen, bro, come on our Green Tube channel and you can say all this stuff. I would love for you guys to hear some of this stuff. So I'll be reading this stuff this guy wrote on my RUMBLE channel tonight with OG Patriot. Also, I just got off the phone with Jeff Gray, and I have updates about Jeff Gray, the GOAT, Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations. Updates on 3 cases. You want to hear about them? APM RUMBLE. The show must go on. Just got a harassment bullying strike for commenting about a violent takedown. Yeah, I got a strike for writing a title says, look at this POS. All right. John Eagle, what's up? So I spoke to the armed fisherman earlier today, and he found this video for me. You want it like that? What's the best way? I think this is probably the best. Yeah. Is this the best or is this the best? This is better. Okay. So, Tan Talk Radio Network. These guys are still on terrestrial radio. You see, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but this lady on the left here, she's Kelly Kelly. I'm assuming she's married to this guy whose last name is Kelly, and her name happened to be Kelly, so she's Kelly Kelly or Kelly squared. She's like Duran Duran. Day and night. I don't even know who this guy is, but these two boomers have this talk show and they literally sit there through commercials. And before this is right after a commercial break, and now they're going to get into some controversial, controversial subject of free speech. And their issue is, and the person they're talking about is the armed fisherman, solo yacker, Michael Taylor, the guy famous for walking on Clearwater Beach, where they're from, being thrown in the back of a cop car. They don't mention all this stuff, by the way. They don't mention that their cops arrested a man for saying, I get under the thin skin of the mayor. A cop, literally, sergeant, arrested a man for saying, I get under the thin skin of the mayor. When the armed fisherman was walking down Clearwater Beach with the fishing rod, headed towards the Pier 60, this is all tourist beaches. And cops believe because they think an area that they do is a certain way, and most people have a certain way of thinking about it. Out of towners come here, doesn't mean the laws suddenly conform to your opinions. The law is the law. He was following the law. He was walking down Clearwater Beach with an AR-15. He's going to the pier to fish. And when you're going to and from hunting, fishing, or camping, you can open carry in Florida. Those are the exceptions. The reason he did that is because you should be able to open carry all the time, because that's what constitutional carry is. So they come, they grab them, they assault them, they cuff them, they throw them in the back of the car in the heat. They take us on, disarm them. They do everything wrong. Clearwater PD. So since then, he's made a mission to start investigating them. And he's done a great job. And he's been threatened with arrest. And he's filing suits against them. And then today he showed me this video of these Clearwater boomers here. And this guy on the right and in the suit and tie is a council member. I believe he's a new council member. And if Yacker was telling me correctly, most of these councilmen there now, there's a new mayor, and I believe most of them have been in office for less than 4 months. And Solo Yacker would go there and give him the finger for arresting him in public for no reason, violating the Second Amendment rights. These people don't care about constitutional rights. They didn't grow up in the era. This constitutional right thing started to resurface in the 80s and 90s leading up to today. And the internet, thank God the internet was invented by Al Gore. Thank you, Al Gore, for inventing the internet. Now we can have broadcasting, so to speak, capabilities. That's the only thing that was stopping us before. We couldn't control. They could control the narrative. It was never a two-way thing on TV, because when I was young in the 90s, I see him say something on TV. I go, that's not true. So there's no place to comment that. And you could go outside and say it, or you could make your own nothing. You had no say. The internet has saved the Patriot movement. All right. Okay, I can't read the comments. So I hope that's a good enough intro. I don't know how long we've been running, but long enough. So now they bring up the controversial subject of Solo Yacker going to and attending the meetings wearing with his shirts that say F the mayor, F this person, F that person, F, because it's free speech. And he gets threatened with arrest for it. And I'm going to be pausing anyway. I can't,
We're listening to the Kelly Kelly Show, and I'm Kelly Kelly here with Doug Kelly and Mike Benino. He's the Clearwater City Council member.
Yep.
And before we get into the would you rather questions, I'd like to bring up one kind of sensitive topic.
The would you rather questions are kind of fun. I'll admit it. Kelly Kelly, Doug Kelly, Doug Kelly, Kelly Kelly, Doug Kelly, Doug Kelly, Doug Kelly, Doug. Clearwater boomers with no emmer, peace of mind.
Like maybe civility in the council meetings.
Oh, you're hitting them all today.
I am, because this one kind of irks me a little. No matter what your view.
So free speech bothers her because she doesn't like certain words.
When you come to council meetings, I think you can be civil about it. Whatever you.
So when they tackled him on the beach, when they keep throwing them in the back of the car, when the cops don't follow the law, when they don't actually know the law. Do you believe that to be civil, Kelly Kelly? Are the actions of the government towards Solo Yacker civil? Or because they did all that stuff to him, now he wants to redress his grievances in a way that gets attention? And now your feelings are hurt because you don't pay attention to anything except your own feelings. You don't ever question what's led him up to that, the abuse that he's taken by the Clearwater PD. You could care less about the history. You could care less about the context or what it is that's made him want to redress his grievances. Why couldn't the cops obey the law and let him go down to the fishing pier without disarming him, violating all his rights, and abusing him? Kelly Kelly, do you believe that's civil? Or you're upset that he has the F word written on his t-shirt? Why aren't you paying attention to everything? You act like he wants to drive 4 hours to Clearwater with a t-shirt that says FFF. Not only that, this same department, the police chief, assaulted Solo Yacker, the armed fisherman, inside the same chambers that she's talking about. This is the epitome of ignorance right here, this lady and this guy.
Communicate to the council. So I'm sure you get angry letters, angry phone calls. How do you feel about civility in council meetings, Mike?
Yeah, I think this is.
Yeah, Mike, do you believe it's civil that the police chief assaulted Solo Yacker for talking? Assaulted an armed man wearing a costume, assaulted an American citizen in your chambers. Do you believe that's civil, Michael?
an important one. And Ms. Teixeira and Mayor Rector, they chatted about
Mayor Rector. Yes, I did.
this last Thursday. And Drew Street was a hot topic. And don't get me wrong, it's anytime you talk about, safety and there's been fatalities and accidents, people get emotional.
So something about this Drew Street, I guess that Clearwater's been offered millions of dollars to fix this dangerous street, and they won't take the money for some reason. And he's also telling me about this other thing where FDOT approved $1.5 million, and somehow this private charter boat company got gifted a boat from the Clearwater city government. There's some stuff going on there. So again, if your cops knew the law, didn't assault somebody, abuse his Second Amendment rights, now he wouldn't be digging into your city business. You guys dropped the ball. What do you expect?
About it.
Yeah.
But you have to find a way to keep that emotions a bit in check on the form of respect when you're communicating.
No, sorry, Mr. Michael Mancini or whatever your name is. You, the government, needs to respect us, the masters, government servants, citizen master, American Republic. You need to respect us, not the other way around. You're not being elected as kings or queens or some type of sovereign. You're the servant. This is why they're completely backwards here. They spend their whole lives doing who knows what, not caring about anybody's situation that's abused by the government, and just loving the government. You show us respect, not the other way around. If I want to say the F word, if I want to say whatever I want to say, as long as no one's being victimized, show some respect.
As grown adults. And unfortunately,
So grown adults attack a man for speech. That's your police chief?
Through that process, we saw too many times it almost became childish and a lack of respect.
Oh, so childish and a lack of respect. Is it childish not to know the laws of your own state when you're a police chief? Is it childish when the police chief attacks a man inside city council chambers for speaking? Is that childish? Again, they keep projecting themselves onto you. You started it. You won't take responsibility. We're going to hold you accountable. You're either going to take responsibility or this will never stop. We're only going to keep growing.
And how we communicate, because on the dais, we're always going to be respectful.
That's a lie. Again, politician right here. He's lying.
That's our job. And
Sure.
you're not going to get anything from our group except that. But what
Another lie.
we receive that people don't see, postcards that say, I'm your boss, your best.
So you got a postcard reminding you that the citizens are your boss. Okay? Sorry. It's true.
Better listen and, pretend to listen even if you're not. It's a group accept that. But what we receive that people don't see, postcards that say, I'm your boss, you better listen. And
are we not the boss? Where are you getting your money from? Who's paying you? Dude, they don't realize how they sound. Just
pretend to listen even if you're not. And
yeah, that might be good to your constituents. Even if you don't care, even if you hate them, wouldn't the non-childish thing to do is at least pretend you care about what the people that pay you are saying?
There's ways to communicate. And even on the dais, we have family and friends that are super excited for Clearwater and they want to watch our meetings. And they're like, what the heck are these? Why are these people allowed to speak in City Hall like that at you? And
so morons call in who don't understand basic civics of this country, free speech, and ask why people are allowed to come in and speak to you this way. They don't ask why when solo yackers walking lawfully down the beach gets arrested, disarmed, abused. They're not worried about that. They're worried about why he now is upset that he's been abused and now he's redressing his grievances. That's what status bootlicker morons are saying. Why are you people allowed to speak in America? And
you guys can't respond. And
well, some people show up with shirts that have the F word on it.
So, what is that? Houston, California, Cohen versus California. You guys were probably there. You're probably looking over the shoulder when they wrote that.
They say it out loud.
Oh, they say words.
They're trying
gestures.
They're trying. Yeah, they shoot birds at the council.
Oh, so the guy who was abused and nothing happened to the cops that abused him is now doing this to the city council. So now that's the problem. Not the abuse by the police department isn't the problem. The fact that now he's mad about. So let's put this in different terms. A man beats a woman. The woman is upset about it. And now these other people who watched it all are mad at the woman because she's upset that she was just beaten. This is how these people think. This is why we have this country. This was a generation above me.
And, they're really trying to stir up trouble. They're trying to get arrested so they can.
No, we're not trying to get arrested. That's a bold-faced lie. We are trying to stir up attention that your police department assaulted a man on the beach, assaulted a man right there in the city council chambers. You're saying people are being uncivil. Do you think it's civil, Doug Kelly, Kelly, Doug, Doug Kelly, Doug Kelly, Doug? Do you think it's civil for the police chief to assault a man for speaking? Is that civil? I wish you realize how ignorant you guys sound.
Get more YouTube clicks and all this other. And it's really sad because
it's all about clicks. It's not because he was assaulted on the beach and assaulted in city council chambers. You're so full of crap. And if you're just ignorant, okay. But if you're doing this on purpose, you're a horrible person.
You want to have people to have freedom of speech. But
after all that, they want people to have freedom of speech. But with your freedom of speech, could you just not make the certain sounds that we don't like? Can you instead of the F word, can you be like, say like powdered sugar? What the powdered sugar did your cops do to me? Add a little butter in that powdered sugar. and it'd be like frosting, like the frosting on my face when I go to police conventions. You are such ignorant boomers. My God, shame on you. These are not real Americans, dude. A real American knows and shouldn't be wondering why people are redressing their grievances.
You don't want someone up there insulting people.
No, you don't want someone up there insulting people. I want everyone who's ever done something wrong in government to be insulted till they quit government. I don't care what you want. That's not how the First Amendment works. That's not how free speech works. The whole reason is to redress the morons that are standing back there and allowing their police to assault citizens and arrest citizens for saying, I get under somebody's thin skin. This police chief and sergeant arrested a man for saying he gets under the thin skin of the mayor. This is who you're defending. These guys would be in a certain place in Europe at a certain time, doing a certain salute,
and also holding up the commerce of business.
No, that's boomer splaining right there. There was no commerce of business going on during public comments. Sorry you don't like them. Sorry you don't want the time taken from your commerce of business. That doesn't even make sense. It all comes down to the same thing. That fat Canadian moron, this boomers are all the same. Their feelings are hurt because they don't like the way we're using our freedom of speech to redress our grievances with an extremely tyrannical government. That's the bottom line.
You know, they're taking up time.
Oh my God. They pay this. They pay. Who paid for it all?
And we don't want to sit there and listen to some guy, shooting his mouth off.
No one's forcing you to listen to anybody. Whoever's, hey, Doug Kelly, Doug Kelly, Doug, whoever is forcing you to listen to it, call the police on them and make them stop.
And just trying to attract attention.
Again, that we are trying to attract attention to a police force that attacked a law-abiding citizen, and stripped him of his constitutional rights more than once. Doug Kelly. So dumb.
There is a 3-minute limit, but they can get
there's a limit.
3, 4, 5 people up there.
They could have 5 people worried about the same problem go up there, and they could redress their grievances, and it's not frosted and mixed with butter for my sensitive little boomer ears, state bootlicking ears. That's the issue here.
And do that. Mm-hmm. So it is sad when it happens. Yeah. And I know
these few minutes, what is it, 3 minutes? They've made so many ignorant comments in such little time. This sucks for us to have to listen to, which I don't, but you get it.
The last mayor, Brian Ongst, had something passed of something sort of civility. Mm-hmm. When you do.
The last mayor passed a rule which means nothing, has no authority, no legitimacy, passed a rule that violates the First Amendment, Coleman versus California. It violates the Constitution and subsequent case law. Why'd you leave that part out, Kelly Doug?
Do get up and talk before the group and rules. But anyway, it's hopefully it starts to get where these people start filtering away and leave.
So again, just like I'm hoping these boomers will just filter away and vanish into the past, they're hoping we're going to go away. So are we going to go away? Are we going to go away? I'm not going anywhere. I got a good 20 years to go at least. You guys, days are numbered, buddy. You're going to fade away before us. Your status bootlicking, I need big daddy government to do everything for me mentality is getting destroyed because people can have different ways to see the truth now.
And not getting what they want.
Yeah, rule 50.
Yeah, we're not going to give them the free speech they want. We're not going to give them the accountability they want for the police department committing crimes against citizens. You're not going to get accountability for the actions of the police department, no matter how many F words you write on a t-shirt. Typical state bootlicking boomers right here.
Was passed, and it is it's a First Amendment right. I'll stand up for anybody's
Right.
First
Oh, maybe you should have cut them off with all the BS lies before all of a sudden it's like, now it's, I need a little cover here. It's First Amendment. And they're like, oh yeah, right. Oh yeah. Everything you just said is anti-First Amendment. Now somebody says First Amendment. Oh, Angry Vet. By the way, Angry Vet, I've been meaning to call you. I sure hope that you're coming to Auditpalooza. You're invited. Where was I? I read one comment and I lose everything.
Amendment, right? And we'll give them.
Oh yeah. First Amendment, of course. Oh yeah. Everything you just said before that was anti-First Amendment. They just totally flipped everything they said and go, oh yeah, we believe in the First Amendment. No, you don't. Everything you just said.
Well,
I don't know how gifting memberships works. Does that mean how do those people get the memberships? How does that work? Thank you, dude. By the way. All right, I need a break, dude. I'm getting lightheaded. Old comedian I used to watch, he's like, you could be the toughest SOB in the world. You could be big, tough. Once you start drinking out of a straw, you can't look tough drinking out of a straw is what the joke is. A little palate cleanser. Guys, please hit the like button. Please share this video because I'm very shadow banned. They restricted my last 2 videos for I don't know why. And even though I've gained 3,000 subs, I have 500,000 views, 60,000 watch hours, I still can't get any views on my videos somehow. Maybe it's a conspiracy. Again, tonight, 8 p.m., RUMBLE. Updates on Jeff Gray's court cases. Email from Crazy Dude. And where are we at here? Let's finish this off. Let's bring this down a little, all right? Calm it down. Stop being childish.
Gladly give them their 3 minutes and listen. Unfortunately, some of the situations you're discussing are people that live over 4 hours away.
Yeah, who were attacked by your police on the beach and in the city council chambers. Why are you skipping over that fact?
Yes.
Don't even live
On
in
the
our
East Coast.
community,
Yeah.
and they're coming in just to put a lot.
So you don't want people who don't live in your community to come to the pier and fish and to spend money at your businesses? Or is it just all about Scientology there at Clearwater? By the way, if you don't know, this is the same city that the world headquarters for Scientology exists.
Live string camera in front of them to get clicks on YouTube.
Again, the narrative about the clicks on YouTube. Do you say the same thing about the people you watch on TV? You boomers have been watching decades of mainstream fake media. Have you ever once said these people are just putting on these TV shows and these news segments? They're doing it just for views. Have you ever heard a boomer say that? No, now because we have a new type of media that they're not used to and don't support independent. They obviously don't support anything independent. They want it to be one-way mediums like TV used to be for them. Believe everything it says because, those guys are trustworthy. Sean Hannity and whoever, Rachel Madcow. Yeah, they're trustworthy. Why don't they just look? And then we could all be in this thing where the police are tyrannical. We could totally ignore it. And if someone complains about it, they're the bad guy.
Social media.
Yeah.
There has to be a line between civility and being an obstructionist, right? And
They're speaking during 3 minutes of their allotted time is not obstructionist whatsoever. The obstruction comes when you stop them from their free speech, which you just claimed. You just claimed you were for free speech. They didn't obstruct anything. That's a false narrative. That's a false equivocation. When you're just there to be an obstruct, if you don't
live in our city, you don't own a business, you're not part of, the Kiwanis Club, the Rotary Club, what are you doing?
Oh, are those the checkpoints that we have to jump over? Are those the hurdles we need to jump over to travel from where I live in Pasco County to where your city is in Clearwater, Pinellas? Are those, I have to join the Kiwanis Club? What else was it? What about Scientology? Am I allowed to be a Scientologist? Those guys are walking all over the place. Right there where you have your meetings. Are you guys listening to this? This is what, and this Clearwater is not a small city. They have millions of dollars to work with. I went to one of their meetings, didn't say a word, and they were just shelling out millions of dollars to all these people who were segregated from the public, who had more room than the public, little tables set up for them, special barriers made up for these people. And they're going up there and saying, we need $1 million for this, $2 million for that, 800,000 for this. Meanwhile, the library where they're meeting at is headquarters for all the Clearwater homeless people. They go in there, use the bathroom, get a drink of water, read a book. And they didn't want us there so bad one day, they closed the library at 2 p.m. And the homeless people started coming. They're like, why is the library closed? Because they don't like free speech that they just claimed. Look how much ignorance is packed within 4 minutes. Can you believe this?
Yeah. Maybe we need to find some of those individuals' hobbies.
Wow. So activism doesn't count as a hobby. Journalism doesn't count as a hobby. Fishing doesn't count as a hobby. Second Amendment activist doesn't count as a hobby. Dude, why don't you get a hobby? Go join the Kiwanis Club. Go join Scientology. Become a Scientologist. It's right there where you guys have your meetings. Walking distance. You can get right there. Put on one of those little fancy vests. Right? Why don't you get a hobby? Why don't all these homeless people that are living in Pinellas, why don't you give them $800,000 or build something where they can go and take showers and take a dump and feel some type of normalcy? Dude, this guy is, he might as well be their child.
Maybe they can paint storm drains or something for us. And
Oh, that's so funny. Boomer humor.
Put them to work.
Yeah, it is really counterproductive and childish.
Redressing your grievances is counterproductive and childish. Letting the police department not know the laws they're paid to enforce, arrest people for free speech, attack people on the beach, not know what they're doing, that's not childish. That's not obstructionism. That's the status quo. So basically, this is your ignorant status quo right here, these three people. Again, how much ignorance can you fit in a few minutes?
Like you said. But some people are not productive people and they're childish. And
oh, okay. I have 100 million views. I've made 3,000 videos, one video a day for over 1,000 days at one point. I'm pretty productive. What have you been doing? Terrestrial radio? Boomer radio? Nobody listens to that anymore unless they haven't figured out how to use their phone inside their car. Day and night, night, night. These stupid boomers don't understand what's right. They say they like free speech, except when you do it actually. If it doesn't hurt their feelings, they're okay with it. It. Day and night. The lonely boomers like to cry with the state at night. They like to unleash the cops and lick their boots. Yo, don't ever mess with me, bro. I'll kick everyone's ass in the whole world. No one could ever F with me. I'm a beast, bro. You understand me? I'm the best.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Another made-up stupid term that doesn't mean anything. Oh, so what's happening is actually happening? What does that term mean? I hate that one.
This is what we signed up for, and we'll gladly take it and let them exercise their First Amendment.
It's just when
we'll gladly take it. You just cried about it for 5 minutes. You're not gladly taking anything. And we're not going to gladly take abuse by your police. And we're not going to gladly take the fact that police don't follow the law they swore to protect. You guys are being childish right now. Grow up, learn the Constitution, make sure your police force follows it. Don't abuse people, don't assault people in the city council chambers. Don't assault people that are walking down Clearwater Beach because of your ignorance. Stop being so childish.
When you run, you're going to get arrows in your back.
Yeah.
And,
For sure.
I learned that even as a journalist. If I wrote an article about the Apple Pie Association, the publication will get a nasty letter from the Cherry Pie Association.
Oh, so you learn that there's free speech in this country. So when you make a point that someone doesn't like, they have counter speech, and you have a problem with that, which is what this whole segment is about.
It just comes with the territory, and that's okay if you have legitimate discussions and people have opposing views. That's what democracy is.
Discussions are important.
Oh, so he's attacked on the beach. He's assaulted in the city council chambers. He wants to talk about it with the city council. They all ignore him and let the cops do whatever they want. Nobody gets punished. So you're saying none of that's legitimate. Got it. Good job, boomers.
Exactly.
But respectful.
But respectful, and that's where it's a gray line between free.
If the cops respected us, followed the law they swore to protect, we'll respect them. He didn't go in there starting anything. He was a law-abiding citizen who was attacked by your police department. Are you dumb?
Speech and being revolting.
100%.
Okay, Kel.
All right. We're going to do some Would You Rather questions with Mike.
All right. Good. Thank God. Doug, Kelly, Kelly, Doug, Doug, Kelly, Doug. Are going to soften it up now that the high-tension subject of free speech in America, a constitutional republic, is over. So how would you answer some of these questions? Hit the like, by the way. Audipalooza, there's only like 80 tickets left. 80 tickets left to Audipalooza. If you don't get yours, you're not going. That's it. Email me, johnfelix@gmail.com, with your first, last name, and phone number, and I will call you, and we will talk, and I'll tell you all about it. Also tonight, 8 p.m., which is right around the corner. That's like 2 joints away. Live on Rumble with updates and stuff.
Would you rather be the world's greatest poet or the world's best dancer?
Would you rather be the world's greatest poet or the world's greatest dancer? I'm almost the world's greatest dancer as it is, but I'd like to take my dancing skills to the next level.
Oh, I'll take the dance floor.
Yeah, okay. You're more of a fun guy.
Yeah, my relationship, Suzanne's the dancer, not myself. But
okay.
I definitely am not the artist or poet, so I'll take the
you
dance.
You didn't know that I'm a ballet instructor?
Take the dance skills.
Yes.
Fred Astaire.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Would you rather have super hearing or supervision?
Oh.
Super hearing or supervision? I hate supervision. If the hearing was that I can hear things that most people can't hear, I'll take the hearing. Like if I can hear through walls and stuff, I'll take normal vision, super hearing.
He does have supervision. Suzanne.
Yeah.
His wife.
Supervision. I'll take the supervision.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard enough the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
that's right.
Oh, we hate free speech.
I'm with you.
Better not to hear too much. Right?
Exactly.
I got
I'll take the vision.
Gotcha.
Okay. Would you rather be able to speak any language on the planet or communicate with animals?
Oh.
I speak enough languages. I would love to be able to speak to animals because I would tell my dog, calm your ass down, please, or tell me what you want.
Wow,
that's a tough one.
That is a tough one. Speaking any language on the planet is pretty impressive.
Yes,
you get a lot done, but the ability to be Dr. Doolittle is pretty powerful. I'm going to take the Doolittle route on this.
I would do the same.
These remind me of the AM radio broadcasts on Saturday Night Live. We're like, welcome to 1100 AM. How are you today, Jenny? I'm great. Stephanie, how are you? Oh, Jenny, today we're going to make muffins. I love when we make muffins, Stephanie. Oh, Jennifer, today is muffin day. And I even brought my muffin top to prove it. Oh, Stephanie, I love that joke. Have you guys seen that? Oh man, the old Saturday Night Lives when they were actually funny. Those are good ones. They're on YouTube.
Only
Yeah.
a style of biblioteca.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Gotcha. All right. Would you rather have a 5-minute conversation with your past self or your future self?
I already know the answer, so it's not fair. But I agree with them. Future self, because future self would say to current self, "This is what you need to do to be financially free. Get your wife to stop working. This is the next big thing." Blah 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 blah.
Future self. Yeah.
Okay.
Be able to tell you what you did right or wrong and correct it or something like that.
Like I told you.
Also, yeah, these radio shows like on during the day. Oh, look, they have a phone number 441. It's probably 727-441-3000, and what is this? TanTalkNetwork.com, and the link to this video is in the description. If you'd like to give them your civil, unchildish comments to help their YouTube channel.
Yeah. Cut off the Milky Way bars.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Would you rather win an Olympic gold medal in swimming or running?
Running.
I'll take swimming.
Running. You spend most of your time on land. And even if you were the greatest swimmer in the world, it's not going to save you from a shark. If you're the greatest runner, you could literally just run from police all the time. Like them ultra marathon runners that run like 1,000 miles without stopping or whatever the hell. What the hell's wrong with you, first of all? And they claim to get high off of it. I guess I could see that. I don't know. How do you get, I don't know, runners high? How funny would it be that cops are chasing this guy on ultra marathon run? He just runs. He just runs to the next state.
Our Olympic swimming team is impressive. And to follow some of the names like Michael Phelps and things like that. Get me in the pool. I love the pool.
I thought Mr. Phelps was with Mission Impossible. Is that a different Mr. Phelps?
This is the one that has 7 golds around his neck.
Oh, yeah. That's something else, isn't it?
Doug, that was an awesome joke.
They also now have golf in the Olympics.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, they do.
All right.
There's Shoffley won the gold for us last night.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. He won the tournament, Jack Nicklaus's tournament, matter of fact, yesterday.
And again, hey, Councilman, why don't you come on my show? I know you're willing to go on these soft AM, FM, terrestrial radio boomers that agree with all the tyranny and TV programming you've gotten for decades, but are you willing to come on the Armed Fisherman's channel and explain why his words and t-shirts are bad, but cops assaulting him on the beach and in the city council chambers is okay? Also, by the way, these guys hate transparency so much that the room they have the council meetings in, they have the safety glass in all the doors, and there's 4 double doorways, 2 on each side of the room, and those safety windows are there so you can see people coming going in case there's an evacuation. You don't get trampled and stampeded or whatever. It's for safety. Well, they hate transparency so much that all the safety glass mirrors, the windows that are in the doors for safety, for fire code, are blacked out.
Yep. Would you rather discover a new planet or find sunken treasure?
Oh,
treasure.
Well, you can't really keep the planet you found. Can I keep the treasure?
All right. Another one was: would you rather live 100 different people's 10 different people's lives for 100 years each, or would you rather live to be 1,000? I think I'd rather live to be 1,000, because what if I come back and I'm like some twerp, or I come back and I'm like a 7'2" female that no one wants to bang? So this is Tan Talk Radio Network, 106.1 FM and AM 1340 out of Pinellas County, coming at you. Yeah. With your hosts, Doug Kelly, Kelly, Doug, Doug Kelly, Doug. Superficial boomers with no civics in their mind. Yeah. What's up? That's hey. So please subscribe to their channel and tell them how civil their police are when they attack a guy and then he comes and is upset about it at their council meetings. Tell them how right they are that he has no right to be uncivil when he's attacked by the police over there. All right, how does this gift? Listen, man, someone's going to explain to me how this gift. Thank you, sir. Constitutional freedom fighter. Appreciate that. All right, dude. I need to take a break before my next live stream on GreenTube at 8 p.m. OG Patriot and I are going to be discussing Jeff Gray's court cases and what's been going on. Also, this kook email that sent me this kook email. I invited him to come on the thing, but he couldn't for strategic reasons. And whatever else OG Patriot wants to talk about. All right. GreenTube, RUMBLE, GreenTube. Please put the link up there. Who is it that does all the links? Brandon Mitchell. YouTube hands out gifted memberships at random to your subscribers. Oh, that's great, because I have over 250,000 subs and counting, and none of them know I'm still around. Thanks, YouTube. That's a good idea. So if they give them to random subscribers of mine, the majority will go to people that don't realize I still make videos. All right, everybody. That's it. Thanks for coming to John Felix News Network, JFN, if you will. My finger disappeared. Oh, I'm fingering the logo. Oh, that's gross, bro. Stop. All right, save that for Rumble. Everybody, thank you so much. There's the link right there. Constitutional freedom fighter. There's the link right there. Come join us live where we can F and be our effing selves and don't get censored and restricted and. It's migrate over there because they're going to get rid of us all on YouTube. You know they are. All right, everybody, have a good day. I need some more caffeine and some nicotine and some aspartame and some ivertane and some travertine. And that's it. See ya. 8 p.m. GreenTube. RUMBLE.